What's up, everyone? It's Wacko. Welcome you to week 6 of NGC Season 17. This week we're up against Lex, who has a team with Mega Gren, Terra Flygon, Araquanid, Alolan Muck, Dracozolt, Hippowdon. In the back they had like Toxapex, Grimmsnarl, um, I don't remember what else they. Mega Electros, I know, is one of them. I don't remember what the last 2 months were though. Um, I accidentally took the team off of my team builder or my prep doc, so I didn't feel like putting it back on to do the intro. So we're doing like a classic like lazy video this time. Um, but I decided to bring an Amherst Therian with Terra Water because I was scared of Dracozolt, but at the same time, I didn't want Mega Gren to just like walk all over me either, because I do not have a good Mega Gren switch in. I also don't have a really good Dracozolt switch in, other than like Nidoqueen, which is also weak to Earthquake. And Dracozolt has like Gen 1 coverage. Like if you look at if you look at Dracozolt's stats and move pool, like it looks like a Gen 1 mon with Bolt Beak. If they got rid of it, if they got rid of Bolt Beak from its move pool, like I would probably be convinced that it was a Gen 1 Pokemon. Um, but yeah, um, my Enamorus, Terra Water running Draining Kiss, Earth Power, Calm Mind, Iron Defense. It is walled by Flygon if he goes like Terra Fire, Terra Poison, or like Terra Steel, but um, I don't know. I didn't really have. I mean, I had the time, but I just didn't know like what to do with Enamorus. Like I didn't really want to bring it in this matchup, to be honest. But I have to. Um, Iron Valiant, I'm running Life Orb, I think Moonblast, Close Combat, Vacuum Wave, and Psy Shock? Either Psychic or Psy Shock, I think. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm like mixed Close Combat too. Because Close Combat hits everything hard, like Alolan Muck doesn't really like Close Combat. Araquanid doesn't even really like Close Combat. So I figured I'd bring that. Corviknight, I'm actually running specially defensive, so Corviknight is more of my Mega Gren switch in. I'm running Covert Cloak so he can't like Dark Pulse flinch me, if that makes sense. But I'm running Brave Bird, U-Turn, Bruce, Defog. Um, just like a standard Corviknight set. Am I running Brave Bird? I think I am running Brave Bird. My Ogerpon is running Ivy Cudgel, Horn Leech, Brick Break, and Sword Stance. So Brick Break because oh, they have a Grimmsnarl. I don't know if I mentioned that they had a Grimmsnarl. But just to break the screens. But Ivy Cudgel and Horn Leech just kind of like kill everything in this matchup. If I get off a Sword Stance, like I'm basically deleting everything. So there's that. Nidoqueen is running Shuka Berry, Ice Beam, Sludge Wave, Earth Power, and I can't remember if I'm running Rocks or Thunderbolt because it was a thing in prep where I think I might have changed the move last second, but I don't remember. Um, and then my last one is Rotom Wash, which I'm running Fizz Def, because I think like just looking at this team that he brought against me, like clicking Wisp and Volt Switch just looks really good here. Flygon doesn't want to get Wisped. I mean, unless it's special Flygon, which isn't, it's like 80 base special attacks, so that's like not amazing or like it's not that great. Um, I guess they could do that though. Um, and then Hydro Pump for like the Hippowdon, because Hippowdon can be kind of an. I mean, against the team that I brought, I don't think Hippowdon will be like that big of a deal, but I figured Rotom Wash just clicking Wisp against all these physical attackers. I think it could take a Bolt Beak from Dracozolt too, so not that bad. And then I also have like Paint Split on it. So yeah, that said, I'm gonna lead with my Ogerpon because they have no Ivy Cudgel switch in. They just lead Araquanid, so I'm like perfect. They're gonna switch into Hippowdon. which is an interesting decision. I guess I don't really know like what else he'd switch in here. I guess he didn't really prep that well for Ogerpon. But he's gonna get up the sand. Ivy Cudgel is gonna crit, which I think might matter because I'm gonna SD. They hit up rocks, which is like sure. And I'm just gonna Horn Leech. Um, Hippo goes down. I have a special defense boost as well as sturdy intact. So now they bring in Gren. They're gonna Sludge Wave, which does absolutely nothing. I will Horn Leech and knock them out. I guess their thought process was they wanted to kill me with Sludge Wave and get a Battle Bond boost before Mega Evolving. Because for some reason, Josh didn't ban Mega Gren from running Battle Bond prior. Um, that's a weird one. I don't know if that would be like broken or like insane, to be honest, because um I don't know. I mean, like Mega Gren has been performing well for like some people from what I've seen. So like it might be broken with Battle Bond potentially, but it's also like you're running no item on a Gren. Like a regular Greninja, like it has to get its KO, which I mean is probably easier. Well, I mean it could be easier said than done, but at the same time I could also see it being easier done than said, if that makes sense. Just kind of depends on like where the match is. But yeah, I am gonna Horn Leech, which takes me back to full. But this Sand special defense boost, like I took absolutely nothing from that. If that was an Ice Beam, that was like 38%. I'm not running that much bulk on my Ogerpon. I'm running enough speed to outspeed this Flygon, which I am gonna Cudgel, and it fucking Okos because Ivy Cudgel crit is just a fun mechanic. But I'm pretty sure they were just like choice specs Flygon. So I don't think they were gonna really get much done there. I mean, I guess I don't know if Flygon did more than 38% here. I'm gonna be like super for real. Like the special defense boost and like Flygon's not a strong mon. Maybe Specs Draco Meteor could have like killed me. I don't know. But yeah, this is like Choice Band Dracozolt. Ivy Cudgel's gonna knock that out. Um, Now they're gonna bring in a Muck. Ivy Cudgel's gonna knock that out. And now they're gonna bring in Araquanid, and Ivy Cudgel's gonna knock it out. I consider going for Horn Leech here in case he was like Focus Sash, but I figured if they were Sash, like they're just gonna actually would Sand have ran out? So yeah, Sand would have I think ran out after this turn. So maybe Araquanid would have lived, but I mean like it would have been a 5-0 regardless, so I guess my best play is probably just go for Cudgel. Um, and yeah, um, I think that might be my first like lead 6-0 I've ever gotten. I've gotten close, but it was like my previous like fastest game was like I led Rabombi, got up webs, or no, I don't think I got up webs. I got up screens, and then swept with Aurorus. But like this was a game where I just led Ogerpon and clicked. Well, I clicked SD like after the first turn, but yeah, Ogerpon really showed what Ogerpon can do best. So far this is like my favorite Ogerpon. Although I haven't really had a chance to use Hearthflame or like Wellspring, but Cornerstone is definitely a mon that I will very much draft again. I don't know what I was doing in SDS like a couple seasons ago, where I drafted like, oh, you know what? It's because I was able to fit Terrams Magius on my team, and Terrams Magius did win me like my playoff game versus Gex like single-handedly, so I guess like that's fair. But at the same time, like, or maybe it's because my team was like very physical, so I picked up Tangrowth because Tangrowth can be a special attacker, I guess. Like, I kind of regret not just picking up Ogerpon, because Ogerpon just kind of, like, demolishes a lot of people. Like, it's... Basically, Ogerpon has been very good in, like, every matchup I've brought it to. Um, Except for, against RGP, I don't think it did anything, because, they led their Stealth Rocker. Basically, if you can break Sturdy and outspeed Ogerpon, like, it might not do much, but against, like, slower teams with, like, a bunch of Fatmons, like, it's a really good wall breaker. So, yeah. First perfect game. I've been playing draft for like 6 years. I don't think I've had a game last like a single digit amount of turns, but I feel kind of bad for Lex because that crit against Flygon like definitely mattered. Um, Not to say I wouldn't have just won because I like at that point like Hippo was dead, Gren was dead, um, yeah, and then it was Flygon. Flygon would have been low. And against like the rest of this, like I'm pretty sure Iron Valiant just kind of like sits there and wins, or like Rotom Wash can kind of do stuff. Um, so it's kind of unfortunate for Lex, but hopefully they make some transactions that make their team like a little bit better. They asked me for some suggestions, and I'm hoping that they might take me up on that. Um, I found a way for them to fit like Iron Boulder and Tapu Koko on their team, and I think that it kind of works though, because like Koko plus Boulder and Hippo, like you get the Sand boost for Boulder, you get the Sand boost for Sand Rush Dracozolt, but then also Electric Train gives you Quark Drive and Bolt Beak damage, or like an increase to Bolt Beak damage. So like I think it's like a good synergy with two Pokemon. Um, and it gives you better speed because like the only speed that this team has right now is like Mega Gren and like Dracozolt Sand specifically. Um, what was I thinking of though? I think Scarf Iron Valiant speed ties Dracozolt. So I don't remember what their pace said, but if they were like Adamant Zolt, then I'm pretty sure Ival could have outsped if I was running Scarf. So that's something to watch out for too. But I mean, Iron Boulder is faster than Iron Valiant. Um, so if you're running like a Jolly Iron Boulder, like you could definitely outspeed the Ival there and threaten me in that sense too. But yeah, that'll be GG's, and my opponent for next week will be some clown who has a team that looks like not bad. This is what I suggested to. Um, oh, not I switched to. This is what I suggested to Lex, but my team for or the matchup for next week is going to be this team, which somehow is slower than Lex's team. I mean, he has a lot of mons above 100 very slightly, but they don't have like a 142. And they don't really have like a sand sweeper. Like they got they got Aqua Jet on Crawdon, and they have Prankster Liepard. So it's an interesting combination for sure. But they got a lot of like I see a lot of dragons, I see a lot of grounds, darks, flyings. There's like 4 flying types. And then like Silvally kind of patches some holes. I don't think he's used Silvally though. I might have seen it like once, but he's been using like every other mon on his team. I'm pretty sure I saw he brought like Scyther, Liepard, and Crawdon versus Corrupt. Yeah. And he's forced to bring the Rhyperior, so there was no like Garchomp from what I saw. Um, so it's an interesting team. Like all of his mons are like kind of scary, but a lot of them do like the same thing. So we'll see. He is actually performing very well. So I could get my ass kicked to be honest. But we'll find out next week. And thanks for watching.